Today I am embarking on a big journey. I am driving a friend's bus across the country. I'm going from Arizona, like Flagstaff area, all the way to Wisconsin in my friend's bus. It is a huge bus. Wait until you see this thing. It is massively huge.
You look like you're going to summer camp.
Yeah. Do I got everything? I need a hat. I need a hat. I gotta get a hat.
You got your lucky driving undies on?
I got my lucky fidget spinner with me. And let me show you this big, huge behemoth that I'm driving. This is our little bus. That's our big bus. Our friend's big bus. Yeah. Look at that thing. It's a full-size 40-foot international school bus with a 28-inch roof raise.
It's a gentle giant. People sometimes call it a beast, but I think it's more of a gentle giant.
Yeah, yeah. It's big. It's huge. Alrighty.
All right. Bye, Paul.
Lock things in with stuff. There we go. Access to my water, all my stuff. You know this bus needs a platform, like a wooden platform right here, so
yeah,
you can
to put
reach
things.
stuff.
Yeah, totally.
Because it's so down far, you
Yeah.
you put something in there, you can't get it while you're driving.
No.
It's gone. You want to be in the video?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So everyone, this is Moonbeam. This is Moonbeam's bus, and I'm driving it to Wisconsin. 3 days, 24 hours worth of driving, and this will probably be more like 26 or 7 or something, because I can only go 60 miles an hour. But yeah, Moonbeam's going to be spending the summer in Wisconsin, and it was just so much easier for me to move the bus. I'll drive it nonstop, get it out there, boom, done. Cool summer, everything will be good.
I'm really grateful. Thanks, Paul.
All right, time to get on the road.
Beep, beep.
Beep,
Good
honk, honk. All right, see you guys in Wisconsin. Going for the big trip. Woo! And just like that, I was off on the road, heading across America, delivering this bus all the way across the country, 24 hours of driving according to the speed limits, but in a bus like this, it was much, much more. Probably 28 hours of driving, but I had a great time hanging out with my friends for the several months that we traveled together. It started at Skoolie Palooza, went on to Van Aid, and just continued for several months through the winter. I didn't get very far down the road till I started having some major problems. I barely got off the property out to the pavement. It's only 3 miles down a dirt road, and I could just tell the bus wasn't running right. So I had to stop in at a few mechanic places. The first one was right in my hometown in Williams, Arizona, and that delayed me for about 5 or 6 hours. Time that was very crucial because I had a plane ticket coming from Wisconsin all the way back to Arizona, and I had to get back on the road. I hired a local mechanic, and he found something in the bus that blew me away. It was having crazy issues. The voltage was jumping all over the place. It was up at 13.5, and then it would drop down to 11.2, and then back up again, and it was just hopping around all over the place. Well, what he discovered was a bolt that was laying across the positive and the negative terminal on the starter. Just a bolt laying across both posts that was causing a dead short. Luckily, it didn't cause any permanent harm to the bus, but that wasn't the only problem. I stopped in this place called Delhart in Texas, and they took a look at the bus. I was just there for an oil change, new oil filter, and new fuel filter. I believe a fuel filter really did need to be changed, but this axle seal was horrible. It caused so much problems because the axle seal was leaking out differential fluid onto the brakes, onto the brake drum, and all the mechanism inside. Luckily, I was able to get back on the road in just enough time to get me to the airport. When all was said and done, I got to the airport with minimal time to spare. I only had about 10 minutes before my plane was boarding, and I had to get on that plane. I didn't have much time to dilly-dally. I was only able to drop the bus off the property very quickly and get back out on the road to go to the airport. I feel like I'm making some really good progress. I'm in the home stretch. I've got about 7 hours left to go till I get the final destination of Wisconsin. I am in Missouri right now, and the weather's starting to turn a little bit. I'm starting to get a little bit of raindrops on the windshield, but it's been a pretty good trip so far. Aside from some mechanical trouble that I had back, all the way back at the property that started off the trip, that delayed me for several hours. And then there was a secondary thing. I stopped in to get some filters changed, fuel filter, oil filter, and just to do some maintenance on the bus. And it was found that a axle seal had been blown out, so that axle seal created a huge mess. That set me back 5 hours, but luckily the place was awesome. Delhart, they did it on the spot. Got me back on the road same day. I didn't even get in there until like 4:20 in the afternoon. They stayed till 9 o'clock finishing up the bus, and they got me on the road. It was amazing. It was crucial because if I had wasted the whole next day trying to get this done, I would have really been behind. But I've got to be there at 12 p.m. tomorrow afternoon so I can get on my flight by 4. And I think I'm gonna make it. I think I'll do just fine. I'm only 7 hours away right now. It's 6:15 in the afternoon. So either way, I can definitely make another 7 hours before I have to be there at noon tomorrow. So things are going good, and I'll catch you a little bit further down the road. One thing I did have to do was I had to stop in Kansas City to get some Kansas City barbecue. I did have time for a couple meals. I stayed in a lot of rest stops outside of farms, camped wherever I could, and made it through the night. But I arrived at my destination in just the right amount of time, and I was able to fly back to my property in Arizona. I was so glad to get this all done and have everything go well. I was so glad to get back home. I'll see you in another video from my property real soon, right down the road.